What's going on, everybody? This is KO with the We Are Many podcast. Today we have a special guest. We have the one and only Millz. If you haven't heard of him, you should look him up. You could go to the website. What's the website now?
www.fresh-cool-dope.com. But it's also another one that I'm working on. Coming out soon, very soon.
Very soon.
I don't want to tell you the site.
Is it finally gonna have a shop?
I'm working on a shop. Hold on, wait. Is it messing up if you click? Can you hear it in the back, or it's cool? Okay.
It don't matter.
I'm working on a shop, but I think I'm gonna hold off on it though for a while. But I still want to just release this.
For anybody that has been following Joseph for a long time, you guys should remember back in the days when he had shirts and stickers and all that.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to see more of that, make sure to follow him on all of his social medias and tell him.
Instagram.
Hashtag that shit with We Are Many.
Yeah. Hashtag.
So for all the people, there's a lot of people that always message us and ask us about the pictures that are behind us. Justin's actually the one that did that. Justin's also the one that took the pictures from our wedding. Justin is also one of the best Detroit photographers that there is. So you guys should follow him on his social media if you're not already doing that.
Please do.
So we got him coming in today. We're going to talk about a couple of things, do some other media stuff. So I guess we just jump into it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So first thing on the list is so today it was announced that YG got shot.
You love.
Yeah.
My bad.
So YG got shot 3 times in the hip and drove himself to the hospital like any real man should. And when the police showed up, he didn't know anything.
It's crazy, man. I
mean,
what's it?
That's straight up West Coast. I mean, mentality.
That's like some gangster shit.
Yeah, straight up gangster mentality right there.
Cause I'd be pissed if somebody.
I mean, he's finna come out with a new album now.
Oh yeah.
After that, like.
Oh yeah.
Like 50 Cent.
There's a
9 times.
There's a Machiavelli 2 coming out.
Yeah, it's coming out
for sure. So
I'm ready for that, man. Is he okay though? Like, is he good? Like,
I think he is.
Because he's supposed to be at Summer Jams, and here in Detroit today.
Well, if he is, he's gonna get wheeled out like Snoop. And murder was the case that they gave me. But yeah, it was only a flesh wound. I guess.
It'd be good.
What's her name from the West Coast? The radio personality, Karen Civil, said that he was straight.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even know that Karen Civil was like that tight with him.
If he like drove himself to the hospital, though, I'm like,
yo, if he would have just took an Instagram selfie of himself in the gurney, that would have completed the whole ratchetness of the whole situation.
Bro, what's that movie? Was it Boys in the Hood or Men's Society? When he got shot and they drove him to the hospital too?
That was Menace to Society.
See, like, I mean, it's just kind of everything that's South Central.
No, that was Boys in the Hood. I'm sorry.
That was Boys in the
Hood. Yeah, that was Boys in the Hood.
But it happened in Men's Society too, though. Cause Kane, no, wait, not Kane. What's my man's name? O-Dog. O-Dog was like, man, fuck them cops. We just gonna take them there. It take them too long. But it happened to Boys in the Hood too.
Yeah.
So I think it's a Cali thing. But I'm glad that he's okay though, like for real. And I feel bad for the person who like tried to shoot him.
Try to kill him?
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand it. It's 2015.
Yeah.
Why can't shit just be worked out?
I don't know.
People ain't got to get so hard-headed.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just how I feel.
I mean, people try to make a name for themselves, Why? It's haters. It's gonna be haters.
What if it was another celebrity?
I know.
What
if it was, who would do that?
Close to the dick, bro.
I don't know.
Who would do that though? What celebrity would probably do that though?
Some crip.
Yeah.
I think. Right?
But
well, I don't understand this. I just don't even understand how there's still Bloods and Crips around.
Yeah, but I don't think it's that. Oh, it's serious out there in Cali.
Cause that shit.
I mean, they embrace it in the raps now.
Yeah.
But they like unity though too and stuff.
I guess we kind of just don't understand it because in the Midwest, like gang shit popped off for a little bit back in the day, but it was never that serious. Like I feel like people
Chicago
in Detroit just kill everyone.
Here in Detroit, yeah,
we don't give a fuck. People just kill other people doing that.
It's like, dog.
You don't have to be wearing a color to get fucking robbed and killed. In Chicago, it is big. Though. That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
And now that it's kind of like glorified in the media, that's what it is. Now everybody. That's why you have. That's why you have like Chris Brown. He's all of a sudden a gangster, which I don't understand. What I don't understand is who is the one that makes the decision to like let these celebrities in their gang.
I mean, they probably like pay a fee or something.
Yeah, they have to pay.
I think it's a fee.
It's more like
an initiation fee.
Yeah.
Because it's like, think about it. You had Lil Wayne did it back in the day. Yeah, Baby.
Who else?
Baby was like a Crip at one point too, and then he became a Blood.
The Gang.
The Gang.
Snoop's like I feel like Snoop is just like
I feel like
OG. Like Snoop OG, like just.
I feel like West Coast people, they are kind of about that gang life, right?
Yeah.
But Chris Brown's from what, North Carolina?
Did he say he's a Blood or a Crip?
Yeah.
Virginia.
Yeah, he's from Virginia, right?
He claims blood a lot.
Yeah, Lil Wayne, he's from New Orleans. So that's what I'm saying. Like, how is it that you move out to the West Coast and all of a sudden, like, do you meet up with these gangs? Do they give you like a packet?
But you know, he had that one video.
He
had that one video though. He had that one video where it was like Bloods and Crips together.
Yeah.
So maybe I don't know.
I don't know, man. That's crazy. I guess the gang life is kind of big out in New York though too.
Yeah. I don't know nothing about that gang life.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that either.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't
gotta
know.
deal with cameras, you know. We shoot cameras.
So if you haven't been able to tell, me and Justin, we're both Detroit natives. So anytime we reference to that, if you don't understand it, more than likely you're not from Detroit, and it doesn't matter anyway. And if you do understand it, then you know what the fuck I'm talking about. But yeah, I don't know, man. I hope YG gets better. I like YG as an artist.
He'll be alright. He's good, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think out of all the artists that haven't made like a huge mainstream name for themselves on the West Coast, I feel like YG is one of the best. Even though he is kind of mainstream now.
Yeah, I think he's mainstream.
Yeah. After that Drake shit,
yeah,
that kind of makes him mainstream.
Yeah.
Speaking on Drake, are you guys going to that concert?
I went to the one in Chicago.
Oh, you did?
The Drake concert.
Was it sweet?
Yeah, it was nice. It actually made. I mean, I'm already a Drake fan, but it made me more of like a Drake fan. Like he
compare that to the Yeezus concert.
I mean, you can't compare anything to Kanye West.
Oh my god.
So I mean, you know, don't even ask me that question. Like, no, like I mean, they both were good, but Kanye's was more like a play.
It was like a show.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like a Circus Soleil
like
hip hop show.
I just was mad when he was like ranting up there, just because it's like, dude, I couldn't even
hear most of it.
It's like, bro, you can't be ranting in front of us. We're your supporters, man. Like we hear.
Not even that, but you just can't be doing it in Detroit because we don't understand what the fuck you're talking about.
He did it for like 30 minutes too, and I mean, you know, maybe because I've heard all his rants, so it was like something like, man, I get it, Kanye, we get it, bro. We out here supporting you, dog.
Right.
You know, don't rant to us, but Drake's concert though, it was dope.
That was Jay's first big concert in the U.S., man. That shit like changed
the
his
Yeezus
life.
concert.
Yeah.
The
Yeezus, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was Jay's first big concert after he was like, man, that was crazy. That was the craziest thing.
I don't know, man. I'm about to see My Morning Jacket on Wednesday.
What's that?
Fuck out of here. Just
Awkward pause.
So yeah, that Drake concert. Yo, but hey, when they played that Know Yourself and that Drake concert, crazy.
It was.
I mean, it's like fireworks and shit going on.
Of course, it's Drake.
Yeah,
man.
It's like, and Drake just.
He don't have a hype, man.
You remember when he broke his fucking knee and shit? That once. I see how he did it because he's hopping around like a fucking bunny on the stage and shit. But
yo, when he fell, it was like it reminded me of all the times that Beyonce fell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Fell down them stairs and all that. But yeah, it was a good concert.
It was a good concert.
Yeah,
I know it's coming here to Detroit pretty soon.
It already passed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he came to Detroit before he went to Chicago.
There's a bunch of concerts. I think Nicki Minaj is coming.
Nicki is coming. Yeah. I mean, Drake is probably coming back again this summer though.
Yeah. I want to know when this new Yeezus album is gonna drop.
I don't know. He changed the name to Swish too,
which I don't understand. Cause I feel like the old, what was the name of what was his original name? God Help Me.
So Help Me God.
Oh, So Help Me God. I thought that was a sweet name.
He might change. Well, he said on his Twitter, "I'm sorry, I'm a Kanye fan. I just know, like."
I feel like anybody that's in the streetwear that would be watching this should be a Kanye fan.
But he said that he was going to name it Swish, and then he said, but he doesn't know if that's going to stick yet. So for now, he said it's Swish. I I just want the album to be great. I think it.
You should just call it non-marginalized.
Or just name it. I don't know.
You ain't got the answer.
You ain't got the answer. I got the answer.
You ain't got the answer. Switch.
Switch. Speaking of Kanye, that birthday party that Kim K threw, that shit was crazy.
That was.
Well, I didn't see it.
Crazy.
I didn't. What happened?
She rented out the Staples Center and just had like his friends and other NBA players come and play a basketball game, a pickup game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I swear.
It cost her like $110,000 just to rent out the arena.
She probably made that back the next day.
Yeah, man, she don't care.
Yeah.
She did a new shoot the next day.
Yeah.
They're fine. They're better than fine. They are. Kim and Kanye are kind of like the interracial super couple of the world.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Justin Bieber for MVP though.
Justin Bieber.
Yo, he got 40 points up in that.
Yo, Justin Bieber can ball.
He get who?
Yo, no,
he's always balling.
He got 40 points in that
Chris
pickup
Brown
game.
can ball.
Yeah, I heard he can hoop. Yeah, I heard he can hoop. But can Kanye ball? Was he like balling out? Or were people being nice to him just because it's his birthday? Like,
I mean, but
hey guys.
But Ye
We're
balls
not gonna
every
check.
day though.
Oh yeah.
Cause he's like I don't work out. All I do is just go to play basketball. You ever see him play basketball? Like the pictures of him at the gyms playing basketball.
Yeah.
It's always like against a group of like middle-aged white men.
Yeah, it's like Kanye. Go hoop with some of your homies, bro. Like don't.
Yeah. But yeah. So. And in other news, come to find out, one of the leaders of the NAACP is a white woman. I don't care, man.
I don't care either. I mean,
she could be whatever she wants.
If she's doing good, for whatever, you know.
Yeah.
She's.
What's kind of whack though is that she like played it off though that she was like African American.
I mean, she's still playing it off.
Yeah. No. Yo,
Deny.
Yo, when they called her out in the video, in the initial video, that shit was mad.
Bro, that's like the most awful. I felt bad for her because that's like what is going through her mind. I know she's like, shit.
Yeah.
They found out I'm not black. Fuck.
She was like, what? And then she
looks. But I see. But I don't know. She looks mixed.
She looks mixed.
I mean, she's fine though, so it doesn't matter. Like,
it's alright.
She's fine.
And
does it really matter? Like,
no.
That's what's.
But at the same time, though, think about it. If it was a dude, right, and played it off like, oh yeah, I'm African American. Come to find out he's white, it would have been a whole different thing.
Yeah. But her position she's in though is like it shouldn't even matter. It's not like
people
she's out here.
No.
Yeah, but
how do you make it to the position that you're in if people just not know? At some point, you would have to think somebody grabbed your hair.
But the instinct is people think, oh, she looks biracial. You probably think
she does look biracial.
And she gave them the story like, oh, I'm South African, and people here don't know any better.
Damn,
especially when you're an immigrant, wherever you come from, you can tell me all kind of stories, and I believe every single thing you say because
that totally makes sense.
I could be fighting tigers when I was back home.
But at the same time, well, I guess that kind of just like, it relates to the whole fact that the NAACP has kind of been slipping for a long time.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they've kind of been, I can't think of the word that I'm trying to use, but like the NAACP has been doing some really shady shit for a minute now.
Yeah, I won't get too deep.
So you got to think that like, yo, maybe they were like, hey, we know she's white, but she looks biracial, and more like, you know, maybe we could get the message out more if other white people see somebody that they could maybe relate to a little bit more.
Yeah. I really just think they just didn't. Like, I really don't. I honestly don't see how it's that big of a news. Like big.
It's more of the social.
It's more, but it's more. It's more going on in the world. Like, so what if you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
she's white and she's saying she's white.
I feel like it's definitely blowing up out of proportion for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like there's more important shit that's on a day-to-day like news agenda.
They haven't talked. I mean, you know, Akon just gave like 600 million people like water or something like that, or whatever it was, or like donate $600 million, whatever he did.
He's trying to create free energy for Africa.
In Africa, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I was like, that was news for a week,
man.
and then like people don't really talk about it yet. This is gonna be news for like 2 or 3 months.
Yo, I've been saying this forever, right? In America, we literally like our news is such bullshit. Like they always pick up on stupid little fucking stories and like smear campaigns and all this other bullshit.
Yeah.
When think about it like this, there's so many people coming out of fucking Africa, especially like South Africa, right? That are doing things to just benefit the world. So why is it that a country that's like one of the most impoverished countries in the world is coming out with these people that are trying to make changes that could change the human race, and we're not talking about that shit. Instead, we're talking about popular fucking, like what's going on between fucking Kim and Kanye and fucking,
that's
Karachi.
Because that's what
whatever,
sells. That's what sells.
I know, but I just think that yo, that's so crazy.
Karachi.
What you doing right now though? You're just supporting it. Talking about YG getting shot in the dick.
No, man. Because we want to stop violence between minorities.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? You want
He said Karachi.
I ain't gonna stop violence
Karuchi or
without-
whatever the fucking name is.
I mean, the government put the guns in the hood, and people are, especially nowadays, you set up the Black Lives Matter, but you have to understand, the American dream wasn't made for black people. The American dream was made for white people. America was not built for black people. So privilege is, no matter how much you fight for justice, it's a system, it's an industry, it's finance, it's money, it's a status quo. You're dealing with powers that are way beyond what you can even imagine. So at the end of the day, no matter how much you fight for it, you just gotta keep fighting, but there's certain things that are not going to change.
Jake, get him a chair. Let's bring. We might as well bring him up in here. I don't know, man. When it comes to like, it's so weird. When it comes to like privilege and like race and shit, I feel like my view on it is like totally different than most people's view. Mm-hmm. Just because like, like I grew up in a neighborhood where it was like I was kind of the minority. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So like, so I never, and not just that, but like I also grew up around a group of people where nobody really saw race. You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up around a group of people that we just all kicked it because we had the same interests.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. Like it was like race was never something that was like really talked about or practiced between like me and my friends. You know what I'm saying? And like obviously, yeah, there is such thing as privilege. There is such thing as racism. Do you know what I'm saying? I just feel like even now to this day, I still surround myself with people that don't make their main priority or concern those subjects. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if you keep on acknowledging it, it's not making it go anywhere.
Yeah, but you have to acknowledge it. You have to acknowledge it because if you don't acknowledge it, then it's gonna get. It really it's not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a generation thing. Like you gotta understand, bro. Like fucking 5-6 generations after this. You know what I mean? It's like the people. It's our children that we raise and how we teach them. That's what's gonna drive our racism.
Right.
So
and that's where social media comes in. That's where internet comes in. Is bringing different cultures together. But another thing is, let me throw this in, right? I'm Nigerian. I'm from West Africa. Just in Nigeria, we don't call it racism. We call it tribalism. Yeah. I am my tribe. I'm Yoruba, and I can't go home with an Igbo girl. My mom is gonna look at me like you're crazy. You have black people that don't fuck with each other in the same country. Like, yo, I don't fuck with those Igbo people. They act weird. Or even in Africa, East Africans don't fuck with Nigerians. They don't like. We are more westernized than some African countries. A lot of Ethiopians, they're not going to talk to you. Because eventually they have to marry their kind. And just so within that. So now you come to America and you're looking at white and black and all these colors and you say, oh, let's all get together. When even black people, and I'm not talking of the hood, I'm talking
everywhere.
Different countries don't even fuck with each other.
I feel like it's the same thing though in a lot
just
of
don't
races.
get along.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look, there's a lot of Jewish girls that come to school out here, right? And they'll fuck around with. It doesn't matter what your race is, but when they get married, they're getting married to a Jewish guy. Bottom line. Do you know what I'm saying? Even in Asian culture, there's a lot of Asians that don't fuck with other Asians. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I crack jokes about this shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Jay's my little brother, but you know, like I'll call him a jungle Asian just fucking around. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because, and it's so fucked up, and it's like it's nothing that I ever say where I'm like serious about it. Because in all reality, like the way that I look at things is that like we're all fucking people. Yeah. You know, and if we don't all band together and try to promote like progression, then like we all fail as a people. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think America is the most racist country in the world to black people?
To black
people? I don't know.
Have you been?
Because I've been to Europe. I've been to Europe.
Do you know that America just does things in your face? Yeah. And there's so much media coverage, you know, propaganda. They want you to see it. Oh, you're killing black people, and eventually it's probably an agenda to do something else. Yeah. But
it's the same thing in London.
When you're in Europe, where the system is set up where there's discrimination every day, and you don't even know it.
They don't even know.
So in London, you have free healthcare. In Paris, there's free healthcare. In America, there's this American dream. If you work hard, you can be homeless today and tomorrow your ability, or you make money. There's music, there's ball, whatever you want to do. There's ways to make money in America because it's capitalism. But when you go to Europe, they have a system where, just have this. This is enough for you to survive. So you don't have the motivation to work hard or to be hungry. So as a black immigrant or whatever it is, when you come there, they just give you free healthcare. This little things. Oh wow, this is better than where I was in Africa. Right. But that doesn't mean if you say, I want to be a boss or I want to be something, the road to getting there is easy. It's not. The system is set up even way harder than it is here. That's why you can make it.
I just say in America,
overseas is extremely hard to make it.
As far as America, though, I feel like going back to the generation thing, like our generation, the way we think, and there's a lot of people that think like us now. Like I can't even say like 80 years ago that me and Kay will be cool, or me and you will be cool, just because how you know probably people's parents probably were raising their kids now. You know what I mean? Like,
but I think though that it was like our parents and maybe even our grandparents that kind of changed that though.
Yeah.
Because your grandpa is cool as fuck. He's not like a closed-minded individual.
Nah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And like my grandparents, at one point when I was growing up, my grandparents didn't like Japanese people. But that was just due to like cultural shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like my parents have always been kind of like open, you know? And that was kind of like, maybe that was out of necessity because of like where we live. But you know, I just feel like
then
change needs to be,
especially if you're trying to,
is the culture.
And if you're trying to accomplish things too, you can't like you can't just say, I just want to mess with, I'm only cool with these people. You gotta get everybody on your team, or you gotta get everybody to want to, invest in you or whatever you're doing. So
I just think a lot of the racism and stuff that's brought up in America, I think what it really is though is it's more class war than anything.
It's classism.
Yeah, it's classism now.
It's classism.
Yeah, it's definitely
just like
more classism.
if your store was based in, for example, New York, Soho, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna have certain people that are gonna work in there. And as you said, it's classism. You can profile someone and say, I don't want this guy here. It's bad for business. Just from a perspective of my brand. So eventually, it's all about the brand now. Yeah. And that's the race. As you said, it's not racism anymore. It's classism. It's classism. It's the brand. Like, I don't want this guy. I don't want to stand next to this guy because it's not good for my brand. Just like I don't want you in my store. I don't want you around my house. I don't want you anywhere because you're bad for my brand. And that's where it comes in now. It's like everything all goes back to culture, different culture. Like people just are not open to trying new things. Way back then.
But they would,
you're right. It's
like
way back then. Now with the social media and everything,
social media, you have
all you do is like, if if I want to learn about your culture, all I have to do is just go online. And I'm like, wow, this is dope. I want to go there and go check it out. People are more open to travel now and want to see things, even if it's just for Instagram flexing. I know that I want to go to Thailand or I want to go to Europe or Paris just to be there. And just being there makes me more open-minded because you see different things.
Right.
And I tell people, don't think America is. America is amazing, don't get me wrong, but if you don't leave America, you're not living life.
America as a whole is kind of privileged in itself.
Yeah, so you have to explore. You have to go. I tell people you have to travel, and I grew up having the privilege. I think because I was in Nigeria, I get to travel around the world, and it's like, all right, I need to leave Africa, and I get to see all this. So I get to see all these places. So I have a different perspective, and I'm open to different cultures. Like I love going to different countries. But I feel like some people here, and I guess it's just part of the media thing, like, oh, America's, if you're not in America, you're superior to every other country, people in the world. And that's why Americans, when they go to like Europe, the Europeans don't like Americans because they look at you. They look at you as like, oh, this fucking American.
You go to France and like literally, they're like they call you a stupid American all the time.
And it's like,
and if you don't know French, you don't know.
They're not gonna talk to you.
They smile to your face and say it. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like, and that's the thing. So it's just like at this point, I mean, social media has helped it really break that barrier between people just being more enlightened. And before. If I say I was from Nigeria, you'd be like, oh, do you chase lions or? And what I do is I just pull up my phone and I show them how we live in Nigeria. It's like, oh, that's Nigeria. Like, yeah.
But social media is also. I've seen some stuff on social media about that too. It's like people think this and
this is what CNN show you.
Yeah, but this
kids,
is what it's like.
Hungry kids.
What's it, Lagos?
Lagos in Lagos when they did a survey, Lagos has one of the highest paying people in the world in that area. Is about
Africa.
That's where the black billionaires come from, right?
Nigeria has the highest billionaires.
Africa has the most billionaires.
The richest black man in the world is Nigerian. Right. His name is Dangote. He's stupidly rich. That's just sweet. That's just one person. And there's another thing that just came out in America 2 days ago, which was the highest, most educated immigrants, not black immigrants in America is Nigerians.
I believe it.
When you go, the myth, like even in colleges, when you go, like, you know, what people say is the smartest kids in the school are always the Chinese, the Indians, and the Africans. And after that, and I think what we have in common is our culture. Our parents tell us, oh, you're going to America to go study. That's what I want you to do. If you call dad tomorrow, I want to be a rapper, it's like, no, you're not. I'm bringing you back home. Fuck that. They'll fly over here and take your ass back to wherever you come from. So it's all about the culture. And they look at Americans and like, they don't have culture. That's why a lot of our parents don't want us to marry Americans, because they see the way you guys live and they're like, that's not us. They're very conservative. People are very conservative. So it's like, it's just differences. But I think social media and the internet is breaking a lot of that. I guess they're more open-minded.
Before we go any further, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, you got
it.
I'm just a random
Nigerian that just came in.
I'm just this Nigerian kid that just came in. But my name is Muktar. I am I'm a creative director for Visual Gods. I make my own clothes, and I also work for GM. So,
boom.
That's it.
So it's kind of crazy. I read this whole article too that talks about how like racism in America now is kind of it's not looked at it in the right perspective, because like just genetically we're kind of bred with racism. It's not racism, but it goes back to what you were saying with like tribalism. You know what I'm saying? Like we all come from a tribe somewhere, and we're born to kind of fear what other tribes. Do you know what I'm saying? But then again, at the same time, it's kind of like, it's like, hey, it's 2015. Like we need to. What can we do to get over this hump into
information?
Learn about information, time, and just
just learning. Yeah. So your first reaction, as you said, it's wired in you. Is, oh, do you know about this people? What the fuck is that? Why do I care about that? You don't know anything about it, but your instinct is like, I don't care for that.
And when you learn about it, it's like,
so when you learn about it, it's like, oh wow, I didn't know that. That's cool. Yeah.
So all of us together, what we have to do is we need to break that wired old echoes of savage mentality, and fucking move forward. Because anytime you see people that are a creative group and are doing very creative and progressive things, it's because that they have gone past that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like as a whole, we need to do that. We need to do that before something else bad happens that forces us to do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like we all, me and the guy that I usually do the podcast with, Cloud, like we always talk about this shit. We're like, yo, if fucking aliens came tomorrow and we all had to band together, like we would kind of be fucked because we would have all these barriers.
Like on Independence Day.
Yeah.
The whole world banded together. They want to talk about no wars or nothing. Like we getting together and we're killing them.
This human race versus the aliens.
What